Sentinel survey, and you could just draw a straight line across that zigzag. We are not going up, but we are at risk of going up. It's not going down, and we have to act to make it go down. That's the difference. We don't do anything more. That line that's going up is just going to keep shooting up. We have to act to bring it down, and the main action for the general public starts with knowing your status.
It's straight to business news. After the break, Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria moves to minimize challenges of financial reporting in the country.
And even the army in Thailand comes under siege as protesters continue to invade government establishments in the country. That's on the foreign scene.
And join us again.
At first, it's only anticipation that something is about to happen. This is one thing that makes life interesting. To compete, not only with players across the field, but across the world. It makes me feel joy when we win and sorrow when we lose. The action and reaction, colliding, falling, dropping, despite the odds. I love it because it brings me tears of victory, tears of joy. The skill that leads to the pass that leads to the shot that leads to the goal that determines the ultimate. Channel Sports, defining the moment of true sports.
Welcome to Business News. The Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria recognizes the fact that there are several challenges hindering the effective monitoring of financial reporting in the country. In line with this, the council has given the assurance that come 2014, these challenges will be reduced to the barest minimum.
In addressing journalists in Lagos, chairperson of the council, Mariam Ladi Ibrahim, said the much expected IFRS Academy will be established next year.
We have infrastructural challenges. You know, we're expected to kickstart the IFRS Academy in Abuja. That is on ground. We are going to kickstart that by first quarter of 2014. Now, we are collaborating with the international bodies on standard setters who are expected to come here, the World Bank, to come in here and actually start the trainers program that we are supposed to kickstart. So you can imagine what we are going through. Now, equally, we are expected to move to Abuja. Right now, we have the office space is not there. So that's a lot of challenge that we are facing. But we have gotten promises from the Honorable Minister, our Minister, and we are hoping that in the year 2014, we will be able to get a good accommodation, so that with good accommodation and infrastructure, we will be able to accomplish what we are expected to do within the year.
In company news, shareholders of Arco Petrochemical Engineering Company PLC, an indigenous player in Nigeria's oil and gas sector, had cause to smile yesterday after a dividend of 20 kobo was paid to them by the company. At Arco's 31st annual general meeting held in Lagos, the company's management also declared profit of 1.7 billion naira for the year ended March 2013, which represents an increase of over 100% compared to the previous year. Now, the company says it will also embark on a 5-year development plan to strengthen the growth already experienced across its subsidiaries.
As we move closer to the end of the year, when a lot of stock taking is done, Arco Petrochemical Engineering Company has called out its shareholders to tell them how their company fared. It's the 31st annual general meeting.
Based on the stellar performance of the company and in consonance with this policy, your board is recommending for your approval a dividend of 20 kobo for every share outstanding in the company as at 31st March 2013.
A proud Arco's board, led by its chairman, goes straight to business announcing that profit before tax jumped from 636.79 million to 1.7 billion for the year ended March 31st, 2013, and that represents 166.96%. Revenue also grew from 3.045 billion in 2012 to 5.253 billion for the year ended March 31st, 2013, and that represents 72.5% growth.
We shall take delivery of 2 additional 70 passenger vessels of our subsidiary, ACO Marine and Oilfield Services Limited, earmarked for total exploration and production contract.
We are looking at what ACO will be in the next 100 years. Why do we have confidence in saying this? Because of the best practices we are putting in place. Because we know it has happened before. In Europe, America, there are companies over 2 centuries, 200 years, 300 years. And we are saying, why can't we be one of those companies in time to come?
It didn't just grow revenue alone. ACO is opening itself to an international recognized financial reporting standards, plus its expansion program and projections.
It's not just growth as it was, an upward line. I think they've set goals and they are moving towards those goals.
And this is why we're putting a strategic plan on ground for the next 5 years, effective from January next year to 2019. So we're really looking to grow this company to play at the international level, globally. So really, we are energized and we're really prepared. Good enough.
According to ACO's management, strong risk management strategies, internal control framework, and the aspiration of building a world-class company that will outlive its founders and more have continued to power the group to an upward trajectory. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
On the foreign scene, the protests in Thailand are still going full speed ahead and showing little signs of being over. The protesters have forced their way into the army headquarters compound as anti-government rallies went into a 6th day. More protesters gathered outside ruling party headquarters as part of efforts to force the government to step down.
Meanwhile, just yesterday, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra urged demonstrators to end the street protest after surviving a no-confidence vote in Parliament. But protest leader Suthep Thaugsuban has rejected her appeal. At least 1,000 protesters forced their way into the army headquarters compound by breaking open the gate. They were urging the army to come out in support of the demonstrations.
Hundreds of anti-government protesters marched to the political party headquarters of Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, calling for her resignation, the latest development in a citywide demonstration. I came here today to show that I disagree with their behavior. They are the cause of all these problems. People who did wrong should be punished. For example, the red shirt who burnt down the provincial hall. Why don't they punish them? The protesters accused Yingluck of abusing a party's parliamentary majority to push through laws that strengthen the behind-the-scenes powers of our self-exiled brother and former Premier Thaksin Shinawatra. On Thursday, they rejected a call for dialogue, deepening a conflict that broadly pits the urban middle class against the mostly rural supporters of Thaksin, a divisive billionaire ousted in a 2006 military coup and central to Thailand's 8 years of on and off turmoil. The protest leader, Suthep Thaugsuban, a deputy prime minister in the previous government, told thousands of supporters occupying a state office complex on Thursday that the end game will happen in the next day or two. Yingluck has ruled out resigning or dissolving parliament and appears intent on riding out the storm. As tensions mount, our government has urged its supporters and the police to avoid confronting the demonstrators, who it says are running out of steam.
Sports news. Nigeria Football Federation (NFF) has announced that the league management company led by Nduka Rabo, will run the league for one more season. According to a communique issued at the NFF Annual General